Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you watching. Today we're out on this Road King Classic for a Mother's Day ride. Hope you got to spend a little time with your wife, your mother of your children, or your mother today on this special day. I know that I took some time off this weekend from riding to spend some time with my mom. So today we're going to take a little ride and just talk about some upcoming things for me and for the channel. So let's go for a ride. As for now, that is all. Alright guys, let's talk about some upcoming things coming up, some trips and some things for me in this channel. As I said, we're out on the 2005 Road King Classic today. The Street Glide is in the shop, getting serviced and checked out thoroughly for my trip coming up to Colorado Springs to the CVMA Nationals this year. Looking forward to that. Have I told you how much I love riding this Road King Classic? I haven't done a comparison video yet on the Road King Classic versus the Street Glide, but that'll be coming up soon. But I can tell you this, they both have their purpose for me, and if I want to just enjoy the pure ride, it's always going to be this Road King Classic. There's no fairing, no music, just out for the ride. The Street Glide is great to ride and I love it. It's good for the longer trips for sure, and the touring, which we'll be putting it to use here in a couple of 3 weeks when we head out to Colorado Springs. Get some good riding in out there, like I said, to the CVMA Nationals. I know we're going to hit the $1 Million Highway and some other roads out there. If you got any suggestions out that way around Colorado Springs, drop them down in the comments below. Let me know what roads we might want to try. So we're going to be in Colorado Springs for about a week or so, coming up in June. And after the CVMA Nationals, we're going to be heading back. Some of the guys are going to do what they call the Finish the Mission. The Finish the Mission, a version of the Iron Butt, where we get a patch for that year. But while they do that, once we get down to once we get down to I-40, I'm going to take off solo for the next week on my own. I'm going to travel down to New Mexico from Colorado down to Roswell and probably Carlsbad, New Mexico, to Carlsbad Caverns. Then I'm going to hit West Texas. I got a buddy that lives out there. I'm going to visit with him and some other friends out there. Planning on trying to ride down to Big Bend National Park, and possibly what I really want to do is ride, I believe it's the Farm to Market 171. Runs right along the Mexico-US border. Not really sure right now with the way things are going, but that's the plan. It runs right along the Rio Grande. I've been looking forward to that. So if you're familiar with the West Texas area, and you know some other places I might want to visit and look into, I'd appreciate you leaving a comment and telling me good things to go see or roads to ride out in that area while I'm out there. I really love the solo adventures out on the motorcycle in the middle of nowhere. That's where I find my peace, for sure. Like I said before, I do ride in groups, and as a road captain in the CBMA chapter that I'm a member of, we do some group rides, and I do ride in groups, and I enjoy riding in a group, especially a group that I'm familiar with. But I really find my peace and, so to speak, my therapy when I'm out alone on a long distance journey on my motorcycle. And West Texas is about as lonely as it gets out there on some of those farm to market roads. Great place to ride. I hope to get some good footage while I'm on my trip. That is the goal anyway. So follow along on the channel, and I'll see what I can do to get us some good footage out there in Colorado. It'll be my first road trip to Colorado on a motorcycle, and I am really looking forward to it. It is a beautiful day here in Arkansas. The weather is good right now. Still a little cool in the air when you're riding. There's a chance of some heat type pop-up storms today. I hope the weather's good where you are and you're getting to ride. Every time I get on this Road King Classic, I can't help but smile. The ride is incredible, and I just love it. I love this bike, and it's gonna stay with me for a long time for sure. I think that I've talked myself into, since I've been riding it more and more, these Carlini bars. I think I've talked myself into keeping them. The more comfortable I get on the bike, the bars aren't really that bad for sure. Still need to lower it a little bit, and I'm going to do that. Going to make a few modifications to the bike for sure. But I'm going to have to wait for a little while, because I plan on putting the suspension that I've got on the Street Glide, that I just put on the Street Glide, the American suspension. It's an air ride. I'm going to put that on the Road King also in the next, probably within the year. But until then, I'm going to find another way to, for sure, lower the bike just a little bit to where I'm a little more planted with my feet coming to a stop. But otherwise, for what I'm using this bike for, now that I have the Street Glide for the long distance and the touring, for what I'm using this bike for, it's just going to stay classic for sure. Nothing on the handlebars, no radios, no music, no anything. It's just going to be strictly to get out and get that wind therapy, as we all enjoy. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you listening, appreciate you watching. Consider subscribing to the channel. As I've said many times before, this channel's sole purpose is, at some point, we want to be able to give back to veterans charities. Please leave some comments, some likes. It helps the channel to grow. Once again, appreciate you watching. Y'all stay safe out there. Ride, live, and as for now, that is all.